What's going on, football fans? Buckle up because we've got major breaking news coming out of the NFL today that's going to shake up the league and could very well shift the balance of power in the NFC. The Dallas Cowboys have officially pulled off one of the boldest and most strategic moves of the offseason by acquiring none other than tight end David Njoku from the Cleveland Browns in a trade that has fans, analysts, and players talking non-stop. Yes, you heard that right, David Njoku is now a Dallas Cowboy. And trust me, this isn't just another offseason headline. This is a game-changing acquisition that signals Dallas is not just aiming to make the playoffs, they're making a serious Super Bowl push. In what's being called a massive NFL deal by insiders, the Cowboys sent a 2026 second-round pick and a 2025 fifth-round pick to the Browns in exchange for the dynamic tight end, and while some might think that's a hefty price to pay, the Cowboys brass clearly believes they've landed a top-tier offensive weapon. And when you look at Njoku's skill set, his recent performances, and what he brings to the table, it's hard not to agree with them. Let's break this all down, starting with the player himself. David Njoku, the 29-year-old tight end out of the University of Miami, has always been known as a physical freak, a rare blend of size, speed, and athleticism that's nearly impossible to match at the position. Standing at 6'4" and weighing around 246 pounds, he's built like a power forward but moves with the grace and agility of a wide receiver. He ran a blazing 4.64-second 40-yard dash at the NFL Combine and posted a 37.5-inch vertical jump, numbers that are still elite today. But more than just raw metrics, Njoku has evolved into one of the most dependable and explosive tight ends in the game. Just last season, he posted 81 catches for 882 yards and 6 touchdowns, most of that production coming in clutch situations where he proved to be a reliable security blanket for Browns quarterbacks. His ability to create separation against linebackers, high-point the ball in contested catch scenarios, and generate yards after the catch has made him a nightmare for defensive coordinators. Now imagine him in a Cowboys uniform, playing alongside CeeDee Lamb, Brandon Cooks, and the emerging Jalen Tolbert, with Tony Pollard no longer in the backfield but Dak Prescott still commanding the offense. You can already feel how dangerous this team could become. And speaking of Dak, this move could be a career-defining opportunity for him. Dak has often been criticized for inconsistency in big moments, but a reliable tight end like Njoku who can dominate the middle of the field and create mismatches on every down gives him the exact kind of weapon that helps elevate quarterback play. Think about what Travis Kelce is to Patrick Mahomes, what George Kittle is to Brock Purdy, or what Mark Andrews has been for Lamar Jackson. Elite tight ends change games, change drives, change seasons. And now, Njoku could be that guy for Dak Prescott. And let's not forget, Cowboys head coach Mike McCarthy has had a long history of utilizing tight ends effectively. Go back to his days in Green Bay when Jermichael Finley was stretching defenses and opening up the offense. Or even more recently with how he's tried to get Dalton Schultz involved before Schultz moved on. With Njoku in the fold, McCarthy finally has a tight end with the physical tools and game-breaking ability to scheme around. And don't sleep on offensive coordinator Brian Schottenheimer's influence here. Known for his balanced, multiple formation offenses, Schottenheimer is no stranger to getting the most out of versatile players like Njoku, who can line up in line, split wide, or even move into the backfield. This isn't just a tight end, this is a Swiss Army knife in cleats. It's not hard to envision Njoku getting 6 to 8 targets a game, especially in the red zone where his leaping ability and strength make him practically unstoppable. Think about the defensive headaches that causes if you double CeeDee Lamb. Njoku is one-on-one with a linebacker. You shift coverage Njoku's way? You open up the seams for Lamb or Cooks. It's pick your poison, and that's exactly what McCarthy and Schottenheimer are aiming for. Now, let's talk about the locker room and culture fit, because that matters just as much as stats and playbooks. David Njoku is not just an athlete, he's a leader, a motivator, and a grinder. Over the past couple of years, he's earned immense respect across the league not just for his play but for his resilience. Remember in 2023 when he suffered burns to his face and arms in a household accident and still showed up ready to play? That kind of toughness is the DNA of a true Cowboy. And let's not overlook his maturity. He's grown a lot since entering the league, evolving from a flashy athlete into a dependable professional, both on and off the field. His work in the community, including support for burn victims and youth mentorship, reflects the type of character Dallas has been trying to foster in its locker room. He's a glue guy, a culture guy, the type of veteran presence that can help younger players understand what it takes to be great in this league. Speaking of younger players, this move will undoubtedly elevate the development of Jake Ferguson and Peyton Hendershot, two promising young tight ends on the Cowboys roster who now have an elite example to learn from in Njoku. He doesn't just raise the floor of the team, he raises the ceiling. And for those worried about contract logistics, don't be. Njoku is still under contract through the 2026 season, and while his cap hit isn't small, the Cowboys have structured their salary room in a way that makes this move entirely feasible. With the NFL salary cap projected to increase again next year, this is the kind of forward-thinking investment that smart franchises make. Sure, giving up a second and a fifth rounder hurts, but you don't win championships by hoarding draft picks. You win by taking calculated swings, and this is a big one. The fan reaction has been electric. Within minutes of the announcement, Njoku to Dallas was trending on social media. Cowboys fans are fired up, and understandably so. After years of early playoff exits and unmet expectations, this is the kind of move that signals Dallas is going all in. The front office heard the criticism, saw the window of opportunity in a wide-open NFC, and made their move. This isn't about building slowly anymore, this is about winning now. And for a franchise as storied as the Dallas Cowboys, with 5 Super Bowl titles and a fanbase that spans the globe, that urgency is both warranted and overdue. Around the league, the trade is being praised as a win-win. Cleveland frees up cap space and gets valuable draft capital for a player who, while productive, didn't always fit their evolving offensive scheme under new coordinator Ken Dorsey. Meanwhile, Dallas gets a Pro Bowl caliber tight end in his prime, at a position that's increasingly vital in today's NFL. It's rare to see trades that are this mutually beneficial, but this one checks all the boxes. Analysts are already projecting the Cowboys' offense to be among the top 5 in the league next season, with Njoku's presence unlocking layers of play calling that simply weren't there before. The Cowboys haven't had a truly dominant tight end presence since peak Jason Witten, and while those are big shoes to fill, Njoku has all the tools to carve out his own legacy in the Lone Star State. And let's not forget the timing here. With OTAs in full swing and training camp just weeks away, Njoku will have ample time to build chemistry with Dak and integrate fully into the offense. That's huge. Mid-season trades are harder to navigate because of the compressed timeline. But with this happening now, Njoku becomes a full participant in the offseason program, a key factor in ensuring he's ready to make an immediate impact in Week 1. Cowboys fans, if you're not hyped yet, it's time to get there. This isn't just another splashy offseason headline. This is a targeted, high IQ football move by a front office that knows its time is now. The NFC East is as competitive as it's ever been, with the Eagles, Commanders, and Giants all making moves of their own. But with this addition, Dallas may have just pulled ahead. David Njoku wearing the star on his helmet is more than just a new jersey, it's a symbol of the Cowboys' intent to dominate. So buckle up, because this season is shaping up to be something special. And you best believe we'll be here breaking down every snap, every play, and every touchdown Njoku hauls in for America's team. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Drop your predictions down below. How many yards and touchdowns will Njoku rack up in his first year as a Cowboy? Is this the piece Dallas needed to make it to the Super Bowl? Let us know, and as always, thanks for riding with us. We'll catch you in the next 1-0.